All right, I think we are live. Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to another Weekends with Karthik. So I'm in a bit of a pickle here because this was supposed to be a stream where I'm supposed to be like working. I have two big chunks of work that I need to finish before the end of the day. And I was actually doing it just before I just started. I got myself a cup of coffee, was in the zone, but I was doing it while listening to music that was really helping me because this is a work that I need to think a bit because I need to finish a blog post and I need to um, edit an audio piece. So I thought I'd do the blog post on the stream because that's not really something that's very confidential. It's something that I can actually do. But the other audio piece that I need to work on, that is something I cannot. That's not public yet, so I cannot talk too much about that. But I was thinking of doing the blog post on the stream, but then on the background I've been listening to Stevie Wonder's a soundtrack that has been really like helping me think. But the annoying thing about streaming is I cannot have that song playing and streaming because then I'll get a copyright strike immediately. So now I have to make the decision whether I do the stream without the music and do my work, or I choose to work with music on, which will make me more productive, but then it's not really something I can stream. So it's a hard thing to pick. Um, the middle ground would be that I stream it with my microphone off so I can still listen to music, but then you guys don't hear me speak, but maybe you can still see me write, so you can sort of, it's not interesting at all. I know a lot of these teams have been the ones that have not been very interesting because of the pure nature of my weekends being me working and not doing interesting and exciting stuff that I thought I will do every weekend at the beginning of the year. Um, so yeah, let me think. I don't know. Like I can still do the stream, but without the sound. But it's not gonna be interesting. But yeah, maybe you can still. I can maybe pause the music every now and then and give you a commentary of what's going through my head, what am I thinking. Yeah, let's do that. I think that's a good middle ground between the two, and I'll do it for a while because I don't know how long I'm going to need to finish the blog post. But then if it's taking too long, we can call it a day, and I'll see you on the other end, maybe with something it's a lot more exciting and engaging, like building the the AI art thing that I've been really wanting to work on, but haven't had the time to. So maybe we do that next week, and then it's more interesting and interactive for both of us. Cool. For now, I'm going to turn off my microphone so that I can play the music because I think I need the music to get my the creative juices flowing, and I can do this blog post the justice that it deserves. Um, yeah, I think that makes sense. So before I start, I can maybe give you more of a context behind the blog post also, so you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, let me open everything in the same thing actually, so it's just easy if it's all on the same page. I'm gonna switch to the alright switch. Cool. Then what else do I need? Word file thing. I can do that here. All right. Time for some context before I, like focus in. Basically, I'm writing a blog post about a podcast. So a few weeks back, there was this incredible a podcast that was done by someone called Jonathan Mosen. He's a very influential and this excellent person who often talks about accessibility and inclusion. And he did a review of Envision like glasses. It was probably one of the more comprehensive reviews of Envision glasses that have been done so far. And he made a 2 hour long podcast episode about it. So he goes into the details and he talks about everything that is there about the glasses. And it's very detailed and very comprehensive podcast that he makes, which is great because yeah, like people who want to make a, like a purchasing a decision, this is the kind of stuff they want. They want to know everything about all the details. So that a 2 hour like podcast is a very good review, and it's a very unbiased and very objective review because it's coming from somebody who, this was not a paid a thing at all. This was totally objective and his unbiased, unfiltered opinions. And that's what people like. And he does not just all sing praises of the, like the product. He also talks about, it is our shortcomings, what are like sort of like limitations, but he also highlights the features and stuff that actually is really excellent about the classes. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to make a summary of it so that for people who do not have the, like the bandwidth or the patience to listen to a 2 hour long podcast, if there could be like a summary of it, if I could give them the information about the podcast in a snippets, like a TL, like DR of what the podcast is about. That's basically what I wanted to do. Initially, the idea came as I wanted to do this for our team internally, right? Because not everybody in the team actually had the bandwidth to spend 2 hours. Of course, people involved in the product spent the whole 2 hours listening to his thing, but then I wanted everybody to at least get a gist of it. So we had our a research intern just listen to the podcast and just make a quick summary of it for our team internally so that everybody can understand, hey, this is basically what is unbiased objective opinion of other people about the glasses. And I wanted everybody in the team to be aware of it so that they know exactly what is the opinion of the people about a product that they're working on. And as I had the summary, I also felt it'll be a great thing to also make it into a public thing, so that people we can actually share it with the with the community at large. So if there's anybody out there who is trying to look for information about the glasses, they want to know what other people think of it, look for like reviews of the glasses, if you may, then this is something that they should be able to refer to, and without having to listen to the whole 2 hours, they actually get a summary of what Mosen talks about in his podcast. But they can actually get a summary of that within a blog post, sized thing. So that's what I'm going to attempt. So this is what the intern has done. So um, it has the thing, but it's very unstructured. It's just like these are the points. It's all very it because it was not intended for external consumption. It's all very like raw, and it's all very unstructured, and there is no really storytelling aspect in it, to be clear. So we wanted to convert this into a blog post. So our CMO took a first like a crack at it where she made it into a blog post, but I had a feeling that it's a bit too sort of like markety, the way the tone of that a blog post is. So I'm going to now like give it a shot with how I think it should be written, where it's just a very a very objective thing that, hey, here's a summary of like a podcast. Here are the good stuff he says. Here are the bad stuff he says. Here's what he recommends. So just to have everything in there, and just I'll make it a summary. So that's the goal. So that's, I think, like a goal number one. The other goal is that this is what I want people to show up when they're searching for stuff like reviews of the glasses and stuff. If they see stuff like this, then that is actually going to help them to understand what is opinions of people about the glasses. I want to write it in a way where, from a search engine perspective, this is something that shows up. So I do want to use the wording and the verbiage that people will be like searching for. So I think that's the kind of sweet spot I need to hit, where it does have the stuff that people will be searching for, but also is actually authentic and a genuine representation of what the podcast is. So with that, let me turn on the music. Let me get the creative juices flowing. I'm gonna do a bit of a reading of these two first, so that I can collect my thoughts and have some structure in my head, and then I'm going to go into the writing part of it, and we'll see how it goes from there. So I'm going to, let's see if just doing Hey, I'm back. Um, Pretty proud of what I have done so far. It's of course not fully edited. It's still very like chunky because this whole thing is still the introduction, and I need to add now stuff he said nice and stuff he said we can that can be improved upon. So it's actually a bit chunky blog post. I'm gonna edit a lot of things out. Oops, wait. Nope, 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 nope. All right. Um, but I have to give my friend a call who I've been meaning to talk to for a while. So she just gave me a call, and I'm like, okay, I should call her now. So I'm gonna take a pause, and I'm gonna have that phone call, and then come back to this. But then, yeah, until then, I thought yeah, it's probably best to end the stream at this point because yeah, it's just me writing words on the computer. So you will see the finished product once it's out, hopefully in the next week. So yeah, you'll know what you at least know how it started, and then you'll know what the finished product was. But yeah, until then, I'm gonna stop this here and then continue on this work until the end of the night. It should be finished. But then, whoever is tuning in, thank you for tuning in. I will see you all next weekend, hopefully, with something that's a lot more interesting than this. Until then, do take care of yourself, stay warm, stay safe. Peace.